Hello everyone, I'm Hiljay. So for today's lesson, we are gonna talk about how to improve your speaking skills. Basically, this is one of my utmost weaknesses as well back then. Even now, I have this coping mechanism that I badly need this for I will become teacher. By God's grace, undoubtedly, speaking a certain language is quite difficult, particularly when you are not really immersed to it. Since I was not born and raised in an English-speaking country, seems like I have a lot of words, but sometimes I could probably forget words when I am speaking. We might tend to stutter words as well every time we misremembered words, and the worst scenario is it is even difficult for us to construct words in our minds if we have minimal buckets of vocabulary and the like. So basically, for us to attain fluency, we must be able to inculcate that English has two sub-skills, namely grammar and vocabulary, plus four main skills, which are reading, writing, listening, and speaking. In order for us to consider fluent in a certain language, we must have to acquire all of the six pivotal ingredients, because if you want to learn reading, writing, listening, and foremost speaking, we should definitely master these skills and improve our grammar and vocabulary first. For we all know that grammar and vocabulary are the foundation of these four main skills. Without any good knowledge about grammar and vocabulary, we cannot improve our reading, writing, listening, and most importantly, speaking. Now, the question is, what should we have to study first for us to be able to speak a certain language, particularly English, glibly? Grammar or vocabulary? So, without further ado, let's cut to the chase. Always remember that if you wanna improve our performing skills, we badly need to put our hands together. Meaning, grammar and vocabulary are the starting point. So basically, we need to acquire these two sub-skills first. For instance, when we learn new words, we tend to construct sentence, right? So basically, we need to incorporate grammar and to avoid erratum and fallacies when we are improving our forming skills, right? So now that we already have the short background, we shall now focus on speaking skills, how we could improve these skills, and how we can be able to surpass the fear when we are speaking. Rule number one, get out there. There are many things that we can do to improve our speaking skills, but if you really want to improve your speaking skills or to speak confidently, get out there and speak English. Talk to people and have a conversation regularly. Nothing you can do is as important as this, but what if, or how can I do so if I am not living, or if I am living in a non-native speaking country? I got you. My short tip or advice to you, I am dealing with this kind of scenario as well. If you are diligently want to pursue English or improve your speaking skills, there are a lot of things to do, like connecting with foreign individuals, having some chit-chats with foreign friends that you think could help you learn something, even if you are trying or if you are staying in a non-native speaking country. For instance, reading books could improve your reading skills. Listening to audios or podcasts could definitely improve your listening skills. So basically, nothing could help you speaking, but speaking, right? Definitely, you need to immerse yourself in the language by considering other aspects of it in order to speak well and sounds like a pro. Just a short reminder, speaking a certain language, particularly English, is not a practical skill. It's not an academic subject. It's not something you can learn from the book. It's more like playing a sport that you like or musical instrument. You need to practice regularly to make any progress, as much as possible, as often as we can, because either way, you can speak to yourself in front of a mirror and try to answer questions using the language. So yeah, it's more on how diligent you are to improve your skills. And yeah, next is get used to pressure. Speaking a foreign language, particularly English, since it is one of my major courses, is undeniably hard. I am a Filipino and I couldn't utter that I am well versed with the language that I studied from, but I was able to cope up with this by trying things that bring me pleasure, like speaking in front of the camera is not that shameful. When you make mistakes, you can re-edit it or film again, but what if you are speaking in front of many? That's the question. Situations which could be easy in our native language would feel difficult when we study another language. That's how it is. It's easy to imagine when you start learning another language that you could reach a point where everything is easy and comfortable, but unless we live in a foreign country and live completely inside that culture, that won't happen. So yeah, basically if there are a lot of people watching us, we could definitely feel comfortable and sometimes we might get pressured, but do consider that this is a good pressure that will help us to improve our skills, particularly in honing our skills, that as we go along the way, we could feel comfortable and confident in speaking. So yeah, basically I have a lot of things to tell based on my personal experience, on how I was able to transform from beginner to the level that I have now. I don't know me yet, maybe intermediate. Yeah, I've been just starting my training in learning a language, and it's quite awesome to see myself growing little by little from the stuff that I used to achieve. Always remember that as well, that constant practice could really improve the skills that we'd like to augment. It may take time, but do consider that there is no as easy way in achieving fluency, success, and the like. So one step at a time, you could definitely achieve whatever endeavor we would want to have. That's it. I would wrap this video with this Bible verse that really helped me to believe and achieve things that, quite sometimes impossible. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart. Jeremiah 29:13. So definitely seeking God's wisdom is what we definitely need above all things, for His might is extraordinary and His capabilities are unfathomable. Dream, believe, and achieve. Padayon lang. I do hope that I have imparted something with you today. Thank you so much and God bless us all. Bye-bye.